Oh, I think...
Can you hear me chomping on this carrot?
Yeah, I do, and it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting. Well, hello, everybody. It's the Daily Schmooze with
Sherry Belafonte
and Anne-Marie Johnson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful Sunday, September the 16th, here at the RMC on air.
How far into the month we are already?
Too far.
This year went really fast, didn't it?
I think the older you get, the faster the years go, right?
Sam's mother used to say, when you're young, I have to remember, I know that at one point the days draw on and the years go by, and the other one is the years draw on and the days go by. I think when you're older...
Isn't there a song?
The days draw on and the years go by.
To a precious few September.
Oh, my God. Here she goes.
November. Okay.
I'm having a heart attack here. Speaking of a heart attack.
The Daily Schmooze.
Blood pressure.
Oh, yeah. Well,
36 million people have high blood pressure.
Well,
36 million.
And it is predominantly found in Native Americans and African Americans. So you are like a double threat. It's no laughing matter.
And yet I'm knocking on wood because I don't have high blood pressure.
Yeah, that's not your concern.
I'm so lucky that way.
You know, I was listening to, I forget what medical show it was, and do you know why predominantly African Americans have high blood pressure?
No.
It is
because I know smoking and drinking is a big problem, but it's not. But
it is the sodium that we needed to keep ourselves alive while traveling in the desert. No.
Running away from those lions again.
We're not camels. While traveling from Africa to the triangle, the slavery triangle, it was the sodium that kept us alive.
And now it's the sodium that's killing us.
And now it's the sodium that's killing us. So we are doing a favor to all 36 million Americans. First of all, get your blood pressure checked. Because a lot of people are walking around not even knowing that they have elevated blood pressure.
You know what I get? I think it's smart to get physicals every year.
Yes.
Every year I get a physical. Every year I get a physical. And I'm sure it's because I had my stepfather was a doctor, so I would always he was always checking on us.
But
his sneeze, he would check on us.
Unfortunately, with our horrific healthcare, although
it's a lot better now.
It's a lot better now. So that's why, again, I'm going to advocate President Obama be reelected for another 4 years because people now can afford to see a physician, right. A legitimate physician. So, but one of the things people can do on their own, whether they have a physician or not, if you're smoking, stop.
Right.
If you're overweight,
again,
stop.
Easy to say.
Well,
but you know what? Most drugstores now, even if you can't get in to go to the physical,
you can do it there.
Stuff,
yeah.
The drug, I know Walgreens does it, and Eckerd's does it, and Thrifty's does it. A lot of them have those.
Yeah, don't be afraid.
Blood pressure thing, and you want to know.
You know, and I don't know if they're including this in the 36 million, but I have white coat anxiety. So when I get my blood pressure,
white coat anxiety?
It's called white coat anxiety.
And yet you wear white coats.
Yeah, look, I'm wearing one now, but I'm scared as hell right now. But those, and I think a lot of people are going to relate to this. There is an adrenaline rush that happens when some people go to the doctor's office. It's okay.
The poetess is having that too.
Okay, and so you can get a false positive. You could get continued false positives, and you're placed on medication that you don't need because the minute you leave the doctor's office, you're down to 120/80. So you're wondering, why am I so lightheaded? Why am I so? Because you're on medication you don't need. So what I recommend, what I'm doing now, because I have a horrific problem with anxiety, and what I do now is I do these wonderful breathing exercises, which I'm sure anyone who practices yoga or meditation, and it'll make a significant difference when you get your blood pressure taken. It'll lower it at least by 10 points.
Now, if you go to the doctor and you're there for a while,
it gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse. The longer you're waiting in the office, the worse it is. So I recommend to the poetess and everybody else, it's good to get checked. But don't believe that you have high blood pressure right away. You got to get it repeatedly checked, maybe at home where you're a little more comfortable, and take care of yourself before it gets any worse. So, but we were just doing our due. It's an important situation. But do you eat chocolate?
I do, but not a lot because of I'm allergic to caffeine. We both have
mitral valve prolapse,
and what happens is any caffeine kind of triggers it. So I do go into like an M&M Jag every once in a while, or I have to have a Tootsie, like I'll crawl into the Tootsie Roll bag.
Does Sam?
But no, Sam's not a big sweets eater.
Well, let me tell you something.
He does drink coffee. He does have to have a cup of coffee every morning, but I can't do coffee.
Chocolate may lower men's stroke risk. But will it make them more potent in bed? That's what's most important. Smoke. Will it make them more
Potent.
impotent?
Impotent. It's important that you get your chocolate tonight, honey, because I'm ready to rock and roll. But tomatoes, lycopene. I did this whole thing.
Yes.
Is men should have stewed tomatoes or cooked tomatoes or ketchup even.
Right.
Even though fresh tomatoes are good, cooked tomatoes or processed tomatoes are even better. And that's to help bring your prostate cancer risks down.
Ooh, and that's not a funny issue.
No.
That is not men, I know you don't like to be probed and, manipulated if it's not a sexual act, but you've got
take care of that
to get your prostate checked. It's, we started into this conversation. We've got to remind people that this is the Daily Schmooze. And we're on,
in case you're wondering,
we're on rmconair.com, and we can be found.
They were locking in to look for the poetess. Yeah. They're like going, who are these two crazy
Doesn't
bitches?
Sound like the poetess.
But during the break, when we go to Franco, who's our DJ, we're going to just flash the camera a little bit to the poetess.
Franco looks like he is hot with the chocolate.
Doesn't he? He's got like his little, like a little Missoni. He's got like his Missoni type.
Yeah.
I'll show you where it does or doesn't.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, moving on. We are at facebook.com/Daily Schmooze, Twitter at Daily Schmooze LA. So communicate with us. Come talk to us. Come hang with us. But you were saying, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I don't even remember what I was saying. It was so long ago.
What helps with memory?
I don't remember what I was saying. That was so long ago. It's ginkgo is supposed to sleep. I have to tell you, because I'm one of those people that just doesn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
And it's a miracle that I function as well as I do. Although I sit next to you, I'm sure at the end of the show you're going, "Oh my God, really?
Oh my God,
that twit?"
She didn't even remember my name. Get some sleep, girl.
Get some sleep. Did you get sleep? She's going to say that every time I come in the next day. But coming up, we have a fantastic couple of ladies coming up.
Yeah, we do. We've got
Valerie's coming up.
That's right. We got Elizabeth Hunter and Valerie Pettiford. So sit back, relax, enjoy the music. We shall be right back. This is the Daily Schmooze with
Sherry Belafonte
and Anne-Marie Johnson.
Yoo-hoo.
You.
Like when you said you felt so happy you could die. Told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and tonight I still remember.
We are back here, Sherry Belafonte and Anne-Marie Johnson
Hello.
at Daily Schmooze. Before our wonderful guest Elizabeth comes on,
Yes.
I just want to do a little shout out to the Bistro on Pico because they concocted, it is a watermelon Cosmo for me.
A watermelon for you?
Yeah, because I know you're not going to do that.
No, watermelon.
You're ginger ale. That's
Can we
what you are.
not eat any other fruit but
Watermelon
watermelon?
Cosmo, baby. And they also have blueberry martinis.
Ooh.
And they also have cucumber gimlets, which I guess you can drink, and you can also put it on your eyes to shrink like the membranes and stuff.
Get rid of that
But
hangover.
This is good.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm thinking I don't want to polish it off tonight because
Well,
I'm like, so and another thing. And another thing I want to tell you. That damn Valerie Pettiford always beats me out for everything. You too, right? Bitch. Long legs and everything. Anyway.
Oh,
But,
my.
no,
Yeah.
but
Stick with
in
the
all
water.
honesty, the Bistro on Pico, which I need my glasses now to actually see the address. You can probably see the address. It's 5047 West Pico Boulevard. Everybody come on out here and have some fabulous drinks. And also, Eddie's Edibles.
Oh, they're delicious.
They have donated to a couple of our shows now.
Yes.
Little shout out. Oh my God, the velvet cupcakes.
Oh.
They have the best cupcakes and little desserts and cakes, and they are everybody check out Eddie's Edibles as well.
They're delicious.
So good. So Bistro
So
on Pico.
you teed it up, and we're drunk and hungry.
Yep. Well, now we're sated and happy.
We're ready to just screw up the next interview.
Hello for Elizabeth Hunter, who is
for those who are huge fans of the L Word, which I was.
I was too.
One of her fabulous shows, producing and writing. She's done so many things.
I wanted to do that show. And
Yeah.
there's also that part of you that goes, but could I do that show? But I want to do that show. But could I do that show? But I want to do that show. And now that I'm 58, shit, I wish I'd done that show.
Well, it's not late.
She's got many other shows that are coming up. I'm hoping so. I'll just slip my card her way.
She's done a few movie of the weeks for Lifetime. I loved Sins of the Mother, which was I think in 2011, I believe. In fact, she was actually won an Image Award for Outstanding Television Movie.
Perfect.
And she's got Abducted, the Carolyn White story coming up, which will
That's
air
coming in October.
October 6th. But Jump the Broom. That was phenomenal. And this is Elizabeth Hunter. Welcome,
Elizabeth.
Welcome
you, ladies.
to the Daily Schmooze.
Thank you.
Wow.
So you've been listening to us. Are we insane?
Are you okay?
You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
And you're getting the material, aren't you?
This is the way to start a week.
Yeah. Or not.
No. She's saying I've got new material. I see a whole nother series in my future.
Absolutely.
Well, the interesting thing is you were first a kind of a suit, a corporate suit, and then you went to a much more creative area of this industry, which is writing and producing. How did that happen?
Well, I just got tired of being a speed bump on the creative highway.
Yeah.
It was just time to make a change. I basically started out working with Spike Lee, one of our mutual friends.
Yes.
He insisted that they hire a black executive, which is how I started that. And kudos to him.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when the time came, the doors opened. They basically kicked me out. I was like, okay, well, it's time to start something new.
Wow.
So I decided I want to be a television writer, but I was sort of off cycle. I wrote a Sex and the City spec about all the bad dates I'd had, called Dutch Treat, about all the men that made me split the bill,
And suddenly write stories about the L Word.
No. Yeah, right. That's how she got back.
Okay, wait a second.
But I switched teams. I did not. I switched teams for the writing. Then when I did that, I was off cycle. So then at the same time, I started writing a movie called Fighting Temptations, which is the first script I wrote, and MTV bought it, and then Beyonce did it, and Cuba did it. And,
Sure.
I think once
That
you
didn't
have
hurt.
Beyonce do a film of yours, I think you're in.
Oh well.
Yeah.
At least temporarily.
Yeah.
At least for
You're only as good as
2004.
yeah, I was gonna say.
How did the L Word come about?
Honestly, Jennifer Beals is a very good friend of mine, and she said, "You know what? We'd love your voice on the show." So it was season 2. Season 1, I loved season 1. It was like people jumping in and out of beds. It made me want to be gay. But I was writing in season 2 where it was like everybody was tortured.
Yeah,
and they were,
right.
like,
Yeah.
cutting
The
themselves and
fun
burning
ended. The
themselves.
fun
And I
ended
was
by
like,
season.
Yeah, so that's why they drew on you for all those like Dutch dates that
Yeah,
were like,
right.
so it's like she's tortured. Let's get her in here. She'll
That's
bring a whole new edge.
oddly that sample got me a job on ER and L Word. Like the most random
Isn't
thing.
that
Yeah.
interesting?
So
And
a
how
lot of
many
guilty men, I think.
Were you on that? How many years was that? Were you on L Word?
I was on L Word for 1 year, and then I went to Charmed.
Oh.
And so, I mean, my terrible off-color joke is I went from bitches to witches. But, you know.
That's pretty clever.
Well,
But now, you said you like writing series, but now movies.
I enjoy
You're doing movies, two different things,
Two
right?
completely different things.
I'm, as Amory knows very well, I'm a lifestyle person. Like, I like to walk around a lot.
I
It's
see
hard
her
to do that.
walking around every day.
I walk for
in our
hours a day
neighborhood,
with
yes.
my dog.
It's tough to do that if you're writing a series. A
Exactly.
television
No,
series.
she walks and writes.
Well, no, some people have a little microphone. You know, their little microphones.
No,
at their-
yeah,
but-
you don't do that. I
No,
don't.
I'm a little too self-conscious.
No, she's got her iPad. She's like right.
No, her dog is that intelligent that she actually talks
Dictates
to,
to
her,
the dog.
Dictates to the dog.
He can't see.
No,
but
he can't.
He
Yeah.
can't remember things.
He can't see. Yeah.
know.
But Jumping the Broom, that was not your first screenplay.
No, that was the first time. We actually came up with the idea 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, we wanted to. I was sitting with one of my producing partners, Glendon Palmer, and we were at the NAACP Image Awards, and we said, what do we want to see?
That's a long night.
I know.
You can talk about, I don't know, volumes.
I wrote a screenplay in that night.
That night, she wrote "Jumping the Broom" that night,
First in the second draft. You
and
got
started casting it just from the group that was there.
That's why we have to go.
That's why we didn't get
From
to
all
be in
the
it.
disgruntled people who didn't win, like me. No, but we'll get our revenge.
Now, had you been to, because it's not Sag Harbor, it's
Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard. I was going to say, now, had you been to Martha's Vineyard many times, and that's why you knew about that, or was that just one of those? I've never been to Martha's Vineyard.
I'd like to shoot there.
I'd like to shoot there. Let's go.
But you really didn't.
No, we shot in Halifax.
Yeah.
Of course,
which
well.
doubles for Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
I grew up in Los Angeles in a very middle class neighborhood,
Right.
Baldwin Hills, and we wanted to make a movie that showed what people in our neighborhood did.
That's right.
Now maybe they didn't summer in the Vineyard; they might have gone to Big Bear or Yosemite. You know?
Or
Yeah.
Palm Springs.
When I was a
Palm
kid,
Springs.
Springs.
that's
Yeah.
what we did. My mom had a house in Sag Harbor.
Well, yeah, that's your.
I was part of that.
She was
Fantastic.
part of that.
Yeah. Well, not quite. Part
Well,
of
but
that,
I mean, you
because I'm
vacation
a lot
there,
older,
right?
but when I was 4, so this is going back 50 years ago, we were part of that black elite that lived in that had a summer house in Sag Harbor, and it was funny because I hadn't been there in 34 years, and when I went back, this is going back a few years ago. Parts of it had changed just enough that I was, all the roads were all blacktopped now.
Okay.
Whereas before when I was a kid, it was all sand.
Right.
So even you'd walk up these hard pounded sand roads but nevertheless it was sand. And suddenly going into these I couldn't find my house, and then finally it was driving. There was the house, and it looked so tiny compared to what, I remember it being this big, huge mansion in Sag Harbor, and now it was like this tiny little beach house. But it was funny how how much things change, they stay the same.
Right.
So that's why I was curious, because Martha's Vineyard is still in that same.
Very similar. They're very protective. It's a very protective community. People
Right.
have been going there their whole life. I've known a number of people who've gone there. I've gone a couple summers and partied. So we wanted to do something aspirational. Like this is. It's a beautiful place with beautiful black people, who are in love with each other, and that was sort of the goal.
I've never had the chance to ask a screenwriter this, who's actually had things produced to air. When do you have to let go? When do you have to say, well, I know this was my baby, and I went through the whole gestation period. Now I have to let it go because the director has a vision that is maybe not on the same page.
And the talent is
and the
now
talent
taking these,
now is
taking all
taking
these
your
reads.
words and taking.
I mean, I kind of let go as soon as I cash the check.
Oh,
You are good then.
wow!
No, but I've done it long enough to know that you have
That's
to
true.
let go.
She's been a producer. That's why.
That's
You
true.
have to
Yeah.
let go in order to stay in the process. Like the
Right.
more you hold, the more you white knuckle your script, the quicker they're going to take it away from you. So you need to just Jumping the Broom, what Valerie brought to that role, what Angela brought, what Loretta brought, what all of them brought. I mean, I couldn't have done that. So I had to know. You have to know. You have to let go.
Yeah.
You have to. And
she's eyeing my Cosmopolitan right now.
Oh, you know,
Just-
I'm a writer. I was being good.
She's like, I'm going
You're going to write a
As soon as we
script
go to
about
break, she goes,
a
you have to
watermelon
let go. I
cosmopolitan."
want a Cosmopolitan right about now. She hasn't let go. You know that. She's saying she's letting go, but she hasn't let go.
What I find admirable is that not only have you learned to let go, but I hate to say this, but a lot of African American screenwriters that Sherry and I have worked for have maybe sold out to get to that next step have written vehicles that maybe don't place women of color in the best light. You've been very fortunate. You don't write specifically with an African American POV.
Right.
Was that a choice, or that just happened naturally?
I just think, thank you for the compliment. I feel like that's just how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see the world, we are very complex human beings, and color is just race is just part of it. You know, I mean, I think you were probably raised in somewhat similar.
Yeah, definitely.
With a sort of, you too,
We
with a
all-
similar
yeah.
mentality, you know, so, you know, we write from a human perspective, and then, I mean,
Fill in
I'm an
the
African
blanks.
American woman, so whatever I write is
Where are
from
you
that
from
perspective.
originally?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Oh, from LA, right?
Yeah,
That's what
from
you did
LA.
say that, right?
So,
But do you feel, because I have these conversations quite often when I'm at auditions. I'll give you a quick example. I was at an audition last week for an NBC sitcom. And I had been provided the sides days before, and I thought, gosh, these are really good sides, because it's a comedy, and usually I'm brought in to play the angry black woman, right? And it was a
That's 'cause
comedy
you were
because
just
I am an angry black woman. But every once in a while. So I'm looking at the sides, and I said, this is such a breath of fresh air. This could be, although the character is African American, it could have been any race. Okay. I get, and it's about 8 pages of dialogue, and I like to be completely off script because you're just able to play. So I committed to the 8 pages. I get into the audition room, and I'm handed new sides, and they turned it into the angry black woman.
Because they knew you were coming
and
in.
the note was, and all the actresses sitting around me were getting angrier and angrier because it was
They
so,
wanted because for the work.
Well, for some reason, someone upstairs read it and said, this is not black enough. And I felt like I was back on Hollywood Shuffle, the
Right,
joke of,
right.
can you black it up a little? And we, Sherry and I, as actors, we run into this all the time.
I
and
never get
that's-
to run into it because nobody even calls me for those things.
Well,
We need somebody
Yeah.
black.
well, yeah.
Who's this person, Belafonte? I've never seen her in here. What is she?
But I mean,
doesn't sound black.
we have that struggle, and I'm wondering, as a screenwriter, if you have to, just kind of kicking and screaming. I have a voice, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a female voice, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an African American voice. It's
I pretty much you want to write some original things.
Sure.
Like that's how I balance it out because Fighting Temptations was written from a black male point of view.
Right.
Right. I mean, and then this other script I wrote, White Boy Shuffle, it was an adaptation, but that's written from an ashy-legged black surfer boy's point of view.
Funny.
He's like 13. So I really just try and it's important for every writer to write something original.
Right.
Right. And that's when you get to do anything. And the thing I like best about being a writer, which is what I respected about you guys as actors, because it's so hard. It's your face up there. For me, I mean, I can use pseudonyms. I can reinvent
yeah.
any script. Directors can't necessarily do that. You know, I can write, like I said, I can write from a pseudonym. Sometimes I toy with, I have a younger white friend with tattoos and stuff, and I'm like, you could be my front man. We could make a lot more money if I just,
Actually,
if I
that
just
is-
put you in front of me.
So another friend of ours wrote a script just based on that.
I was going to say,
George.
there actually is. There was a case, actually, where, in fact, Larry Gelbart, the late Larry Gelbart, actually filed a class action lawsuit against certain agencies in Los Angeles for age discrimination, for not reading the scripts, which were solicited, were not reading the scripts once they saw the name on the script and associated with the age.
Right.
So and they won the lawsuit. But there's a well-known story where an older writer had his younger child take. The older writer wrote the script, but the younger child put the name on the script, and the script got bought.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, I just find it. I find your world fascinating.
And we want to be a part of it.
Yeah, please.
And you are. I mean, you know, I have so much respect for what you guys do.
Do you ever write when you're writing? Do you ever write and see somebody and go, "Oh my God, Bob De Niro has to do this role," and you
We did Jump
and you
in the
get
Broom.
fixated just on? I know you did Jump in the Broom, but there was so many people that came in, and I know there's always the person that you wanted to get the script to, and they'll say yes right away. But do you, when you go in before you even know that you're going to be able to get the script to any of these people, do you write knowing that it has to be this person?
Like this has to be Loretta Devine.
No, I knew that Loretta and Angela had to be in there.
Had to be those
They had to be
characters.
in there.
Right,
Excellent.
right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know, and then Valerie too. Like
Yeah.
we knew that, but oftentimes what I'll
Well, shit,
do,
I wish you had told me. I wouldn't have shown up.
Did you show up?
For Valerie's part.
I didn't even get an audition.
I didn't see.
But by the way,
Yeah, let's say.
this was not just Boston.
Wait.
I'd like to hear.
By the way, it's
Oh
like
my
seeing
gosh.
Valerie there is like,
no.
duh.
Okay, but at least you saw someone there. I didn't even get in the room.
Well, I'd like to hear you ladies do sexual healing.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay.
Your rendition of sexual healing.
Oh, I don't want to do it now. Oh, no, it's okay.
That was part of the audition, right?
Okay, all right. Now I know why I wasn't in the room.
I have to finish the cosmopolitan.
Sexual healing.
Healing.
Not black enough. Not black enough.
No question about that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, you bitch. Anyway.
It's the Frank Sinatra version.
No, first of all, you know what? Whenever because Valerie, obviously,
Yeah, well.
it's legs. She's got her legs come up to my throat.
Ridiculous. Those skinny little legs dancing. You're like, wow.
Well, I'm going to see when she comes in. She already knows.
Yeah, everyone
she
will
does
know.
the AIDS Project LA event,
Yes.
every year we go because our very good friends Elgart and Paul are really big funders of that. And every time I say, and we're always sitting the second row,
And there she
man,
is.
those legs.
The legs enter the room.
And her smile and those arms, man. And I go, how can she be 35 and look that good?
Speaking of the fundraiser, you actually were quite involved in the Avon breast cancer walk. What's that about for you?
Well, I had my sister had died 10 years ago now. Oh, wow. She passed away of breast cancer, and this is someone who went to the doctor all the time, very well educated. I mean, it wasn't like, she got tested, she was misdiagnosed, so we lost time. She ended up dying, and then a friend of mine was like, she's a famous photographer. Let me take some pictures of some friends for this charity event. I said, sure, of course. The smartest thing I did was I didn't put my age. Took the picture.
Because it would be the first thing they see.
Well, it was like Elizabeth Hunter,
right.
12.
Yeah, exactly. But my breasts were all over America.
Oh, literally.
There was a huge campaign that ended up getting centered around. It was called. It was sort of at first it was got boobs, but then they changed it.
Yeah, I find that a little offensive.
Got tits. Yeah,
right.
That's better. Yeah. But it was like I was on.
Wait just a minute.
Me and my breasts were on buses.
I thought they were talking about your face. You actually
my whole body. No. I mean, I was wearing a.
There'd be no.
wearing
Yeah.
clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wearing clothes.
That's
but it
why
was
they didn't call you Anne-Marie.
I was gonna say.
This is what I love.
Unless they just go an after picture. No, it's
But the best was after.
go on.
I'm on buses. And it was great because when someone dies, and this was almost before the internet. It was nice to get it out there, so I didn't have to tell everybody.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
Had happened.
Right,
It was kind of nice, and there was a lot of support. And I did 2 marathons behind it.
Now, do you get checked all the time?
Yeah,
I
because
do.
of
I do.
familial-
Absolutely. But I try to do it once a year. I try not to.
You
do
don't
it
want to
more.
get crazy.
Yeah,
with it,
I mean, and also just the radiation.
Sure,
You
no,
wanna,
right.
And
Are you part of Army of Women?
No.
Oh my God! I totally have to hook you. Are you part of that? Army of Women is a
no.
test site. It's
You mean a buddy to take a buddy?
It's no Army of Women is it's an internet group that's started by doctors in New York City. But the whole point is that you basically volunteer to be part of their studies, and they want and you're not going. You have the option. They just email and go, "We're looking for women who have had breast cancer in Chicago, in the Chicago area, or people in LA who haven't had breast cancer." And it's a test, it's a study, and you can sign up and you can do it or not do it. If you're here at UCLA, we need people who will just come in for 3 days and have blood drawn if you haven't had blood, or if you've had a sibling. Or
What is it called again?
Army of Women.
All right, I'm gonna have to look into that.
I'll turn you both on to
maybe we can put it on our website too.
Yeah, Army of Women. It's absolutely very cool. And like I said, you can
great.
stay oblivious to it, but every time they'll bling, you'll send up.
You have the choice.
I think every once in exactly you have a choice.
Yeah.
Speaking of an army of women, we're going to be joined by one more shoulder.
One more shoulder.
That was crazy.
One more pair of tits. And a really nice pair of tits, I might add. Not that I've personally seen them.
Wow. I'm straight, but I'm getting
You're getting excited, aren't you?
comfortably moist here. No, it's just really warm.
Actually,
in
her
the
tits are
studio.
getting hard, but you can't tell.
Oh my gosh! Woo! Okay.
L word credit. The L word credit reverberates.
And by the way,
right? That's one of my favorite credits.
It really does,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can work.
This is what it was like in the writer's room.
Well, we're about to take a little break, and soon joining us in this very tough room.
She's probably left.
I think hello, Valerie. Will be Valerie Pettiford. She'll be joining us in a few seconds. Relax. You're listening to the Schmooze with Sherry Belafonte and Anne-Marie Johnson. We'll be right back.
Franco, our DJ.
They say it took a long time for me to get here.
Woo!
I'm not gonna let
That's
you
a
walk
little.
away. Not this time. I've been around the world. I couldn't find no one who makes me feel the way you do. Oh, it's crystal clear to me. This is not a fantasy. Finally, I can say my searching days are over now. Yeah. Now that I found you, baby, I don't wanna let you go, baby, no, let you go, baby. And now that I know that I need your loving, baby, how can I ever let you go, baby? No, let you go, baby. Whoa, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. No, never gonna let you go. Now that I found you, I found you. Whoa, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. I found you, baby. No, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Whoa, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. No, never gonna let you go. Now that I found you, I found you. Whoa, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. I found you, baby.
We are back, right?
You know, look at this. We've got 4 African American. No, 5. Well, she's kind of
6,
African American,
she's
but
kind
not
of
really.
a producer,
She's a producer.
So because she's a producer, she can't be an African American. Oh wait, but then there's Elizabeth, who's a producer and is an African.
Well, but and then we have Chelsea, who is a.
You know she's black, you
She's
know.
black deep inside.
She's way black up in there.
She she got that little booty. You got a little donkey donk. Anyway, welcome back to the Daily Schmooze. We are joined by the triple threat, better known as Valerie Pettiford, who I hate because she beats us out on every road that we audition for. But let's not get into that. Let's not get into it.
Oh my God, they're so lying right now.
But we.
I walk in the room and see these divas and I like turn back around and says, why am I even here?
Okay, well,
I'm not even born.
I can give you an
Really?
example.
Really?
Bitch, I was up for half and half, and you got half and half.
All
Do
right.
we need to say?
Okay.
All right. So she's known for the wonderful sitcom Half and Half. She's been seen in Criminal Minds, CSI, The District, West Wing, Frasier, and she's
Jumping
now
the broom.
Oh well, yes, that's true. We'll get to that. And she can currently, well, soon to be seen on the new. Is it CBS?
CBS.
CBS
mid-season.
series, The Golden Boy. She will have a strong recurring role playing the wife of that sexy Chi McBride.
I'm in love. I'm in love.
Everybody, welcome Valerie Pettiford.
Hello, 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 hello. it's an awesome room.
Are you hot right now?
She is hot. Look at her. Actually, I'm good right now. I don't have a hot flash, so I'm doing quite well. I'm just saying.
You guys are talking about the heat in the room. I'm going, yeah, I'm over that.
Well, no, I was getting nervous going, now really, please, someone confirm to me that the room is warm.
It is warm.
It's hot in here.
Because I'm fighting
not
it.
just you.
Thank you.
No.
I'm not there yet. I'm fighting it. So, Broadway. The Great White Way, as we say, as some say, and it really is the Great White Way, and we're not talking about lights.
But it was the black way for a little bit.
For a little bit,
You know what
but
I
it's
mean?
still back to the Great White.
Well, yeah.
Broadway, recording artists, film, television. You
Dancing.
do it. You do it all. Concerts,
I try.
tours. Where do you have the time
And
and
she's
find
been
the
doing
time?
this for 12 years, and she's 26.
Yeah, how does that
Go
work?
figure.
God, it's just awesome.
How does that work?
God. Well, it's just very interesting that you're saying all this because of my show tonight. I'm going to talk about all that stuff.
Yes.
How wonderful I look at 26. And everything is still in working
The
order.
parts of me that are 26 look pretty good. I goes,
Well, I think I look fabulous for 25,
I
and
think
no
you
one
do.
has said a word.
I know.
So come on.
We
We're
just
just
went
jealous.
over it.
Your
But-
show tonight. That's right.
my show tonight. So with that,
Yes.
I just like to keep the
You're a
the pots.
Queens girl, right? So
from
you
Queens.
got all the training in New York.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Bernice Johnson Dance Theater of Performing Arts was my first time out as far as dancing school, and then I went to Performing Arts High School. Fame. I'm gonna
my
live.
Gina went to, my sister went to, Gina was at Performing Arts
Yes,
too.
we were. I think we were in the same grade.
There you go.
Oh.
You're
She was
not
in the drama.
26. You're 27.
She's lying about her age.
I did. My first time in my life. I've never usually lie about my age, but now I'm starting.
You lie all the time about your age. Come on. Come on.
I do. I know. I'm proud of it because I'm still here.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm still here and I'm still standing.
And you still look fabulous.
still
And I
tapping,
love
you
you,
dancing.
guy, because oh Lord.
Yeah.
I
Now
looked
the
at
show
myself
is
this
called.
morning.
It's your one.
Okay.
It's your one woman show. There's a title for the show.
Yeah, it's called the
Actually,
Anne Marie Johnson Show.
She's playing Anne-Marie and Sherry. Anna DeVere Smith.
yes,
She's
I'm
playing
that
everybody but Anna DeVere Smith.
I am so fast. I'm playing both. No, it's just Valerie Pettiford in concert. And so it's just music that people have heard me sing before. I got a couple of surprises, and also I've got a new album coming out.
That's right, lullabies.
Lullaby, original lullabies.
Original lullabies.
Titled Velvet Sky. So I'm kind of premiering that.
Oh, wow.
At the same time, and just to have some fun with incredible musicians.
Right.
Love them all,
Right.
and just a chance for me to play and just sing and be crazy.
Now, when you and Sherry were auditioning for Jumping the Broom, and why Anne Marie Johnson was that there, I still don't
No, you missed the
understand.
point. She didn't audition for it.
Oh.
did. Oh, and I can tell you about that audition.
Wait. You know what? Let's hear about that audition.
Well, we knew we wanted you.
Since I wasn't there.
Because you were so busy working on another movie.
Yes,
somewhere.
that's what it was.
Sure. No, you know what? You were probably doing the vice president thing.
Oh, doing it.
You're not, so to speak. You were doing the
Good
president.
Lord.
She was doing her SAG thing. I'm
Sure, that's actually. But so tell us about that audition. Tell us about the job. Tell us what it was like. You're sitting
Working
next
in
to
Halifax.
You're sitting next to your former employer.
Now. Now I'm sweating.
No,
no.
Tell them about
sweating.
the bat.
Oh my God.
Batty.
There was hey, Nova Scotia. That's where we were, in Nova Scotia.
right,
The piggy
yeah.
school. It's Nova Scotia, But anyway, so, I had the best time of my life shooting that film. I'm just going to let y'all know. I don't
Look at her
care.
kissing up. You
I
got the
don't
job
care.
already. It's out on
I don't
DVD.
care.
You don't need to kiss her ass anymore.
Yeah, but it was amazing because it was amazing people.
Yeah.
All that talent. And, sometimes you think you're going to get all that, star
Divaism.
power and quality of every actor. Every actor has had their own show. Like you guys, everyone is just a star in their own right. There was not one bit of drama.
Yes, there was.
What?
You're not telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth. We partied
She wasn't there
together.
that day.
We hung together when
She
we were
missed
on-
that day.
Shut up. I hate these people. But listen, audience, viewership. All six of
audience.
listen, yes, all 6 of you and a half. It was an amazing experience. It was just fantastic. I had a blast.
Well, you were fabulous in it, so.
Thank you, baby. But the one thing that did happen that I did not have a lot of fun at is I stayed at a hotel. I won't name the name, but there was a bat
You mean a bat? A
live
not a baseball bat.
No, not a baseball bat, a live bat. And the room was like this big, and I'm showing it really small. So all of a sudden, and I, sleep in my birthday suit. I'm just saying. And so, no, it's not pretty.
Really?
But, well, maybe
Amory's getting hot again.
I'm getting hot again.
Yes. Maybe it is. But anyway, so I'm settling down for a nice winter's nap. No, I'm settling down for go to sleep.
For a nude sleep.
For a nude sleep. Have the TV going, so there's a glow in
Yes,
the room. So I can
that's
see.
very good.
Why she saw that bed.
And I put my glasses to the side,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I really cannot see.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, at the foot of the bed, I saw this fluttering right in my head. And I'm like, oh my God. And so the room, as I said, is about this big. And I'm screaming, and I run into the bathroom. And just to let you know, at this hotel, the towels were about this big. And I'm screaming, and every time I would open the bathroom door, the bat would come towards me and flutter. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to get out of here? So I put the one little piece of towel around this boob and the one around the other private bit. Whatever. I managed to get out, and I'm screaming up and down the hallway, it's a bat in my room, and being dramatic and stuff. And people come out of their rooms all sleepy, and they're like, what's going on? It's a bat in my room.
And a naked black woman running up and down going, there's bats!
And they're like, really? And they were like, no one was phased. And it's no.
Was it? But I mean, did the bat sleep with you? Was it a like?
No, they got the bat out.
No, the bat finally did go away.
That is
but
hilarious.
everybody was just like so over. It's like bats, really? I
Well,
mean,
bats are dangerous.
You know my bat story.
No.
No, you totally know my bad story. Our
has a bad
dogs.
sto- Oh.
Major bad
Yes,
story.
yeah.
Major,
This is
like
not-
rabies bat
Yeah,
kind of
that's
story.
not a funny story. Yeah.
Our dogs we have 6 dogs.
Yeah,
Sam
that's
and I do,
right.
and our dogs got a hold of a rabid bat.
Oh,
God.
Because
Yeah.
the bat was noon, at like high noon. If the bats are out in the daylight,
Yeah,
you know
they're
that's
sick.
not good.
Sick.
yeah, that's not
Yeah.
good.
So our dogs got a hold of this bat.
that's right.
We called animals
Badass bats.
Yeah, there's some bats.
That's a badass bat.
And the animal services came, and sure enough, the bat was rabid, and our dogs had to be quarantined for 6 months. And a few days after our dogs were quarantined, 2 of our dogs got into a fight, and I got bit. So I had to go through rabies shots.
Oh my
Did they do it?
No, and it's not. Thank
Okay,
God,
so
it's not the 19. It's not the 18 in the belly anymore.
Yeah.
But it's a rabies shot, a gamma globulin shot, and a tetanus shot first. Then 3 days later, you get a rabies shot. Then a week later, another one. Then a week later, another one.
Oh.
5 shots. But here's the clinker. Talk about health insurance. Guess how much the first set of shots were that I got, because it was a rabies, gamma globulin, and tetanus shot.
$3,000.
$27,000.
Okay. Back that way?
$27,000.
And the insurance covered it.
Insurance covered it, all except $975.
Yeah,
'cause
for
we have
that's right.
Anthem.
Yeah.
But when I first got the bill, I truly opened it up and went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I said, "No, that's a typo. It's maybe 2,700."
I know, but not
But no, the
27,000.
gamma globulin shot.
They're the most
which
expensive
you
shots.
You have to have the rabies shot and the gamma globulin. And in the incident, if that bat had come after you,
Right.
Which, by the way, bats can just brush you because their bite is so, and the rabies is in their saliva. So if the bat brushed your face and you 3 days later notice a little scratch.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Blah, 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 blah.
Just know, if you ever have, ladies, if you have any bat thing
That's
happen
too
again,
disturbing.
you have to have a gamma globulin shot and a rabies shot within 48 hours.
Or just do not do
get rabies.
jumping in the broom too in Halifax.
At
And
this
Nova
hotel.
Scotia.
So, Elizabeth,
mentioned.
the movie's got to take place in Baldwin Hills. That's what I'm talking about.
And badass bats.
Yes, we'll give you combat pay.
Combat pay. Combat pay.
Stunt pay, combat pay.
So,
PayPal pay.
But they did get the bat out of the room.
The bat,
Got that
the
in
bat
the
be gone, and
Bat be gone.
The bat be gone.
So-
and I
She
changed
got a lot
hotels.
of offers from all the guys that peeked out of the room and said, "Ooh," walking down the hall with a
well,
washcloth on her
that
back.
washcloth would have sufficed for me. You ladies, you ladies, to me, I would have said, "This is like a robe
It'd be like
for
a
me.
hoodie for you.
This is a winter robe. This is
Feeling
fabulous."
rather warm again. All this terry cloth.
Snugglies.
Now, what's kind of cool about this? We're all basically in the same age range.
Right.
We're all and we all have been quite successful in the field that we chose, and that's really unusual. And I think it's funny and we're laughing, but I think we kind of have to celebrate the fact that there are a lot of
They're
people
celebrating so much next door. I don't know if
I hear that.
But Eric has his show next door, which is great.
so good.
It's
that
nice.
show, we just had a little
Right.
conflict this week, so everybody tune into Eric's show, which is usually on from 6 to 7.
Yeah.
This particular week, he decided to come a little early.
Oh, 5 to 6.
I mean, sorry, 5 to 6. Sorry.
Right, yeah. Well,
See, I'm gonna say.
yeah, Franco, don't get upset, honey. I mean, you are the ultimate DJ.
That's right. and
You're the best DJ. You are.
in this studio,
In this, right here.
but as Henry
that
was saying,
but it is, it is kind of nice, and you don't see it that often, especially women of color. The roles aren't as prominent as they possibly could be, especially when
but
you
there's
get.
certainly more of them now than there were when we
Well,
first started.
but-
When we
but-
first started.
Yeah.
Maybe not you, because you're only 12 years old.
Yeah, right, sure.
Back in the old days.
Back in the old days.
Being the oldest one here.
Well, it's
When the cameras were still crank cameras, and I had to put on those white lips and stuff, and and white gloves.
Shuffle off.
but it is.
That's what original jazz hands were.
It is. Yeah.
Make my jokes better.
I love you.
But it is kind of exciting. It is kind of exciting to share our similarities and where we've been. But what I'm gesturing to you, Elizabeth, you've got 3 pretty.
She's already starting her next script.
Sisters. Such devoted
sisters.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the two that can sing, and
And then me.
and by the way, she has an amazing voice. I don't know if you know
Thank
that.
you.
Valerie said that.
She's
like totally
together.
Oh, that's right.
We did a piece together.
We did a pilot
did?
together
We did something.
2 months ago.
and do you remember-
something, and she sang, and she's amazing. I'm just saying.
And what did you girls sing?
I sang no.
Can you hum with Eric's playing next door? That's what
The joke is, it's a pilot. It's a very, very funny pilot with Shirley Ralph and Jo Marie Payton and Valerie and myself. And all those
Another
three,
couple of other ladies
all
who
those
don't
three
know how to sing.
All those 3 ladies sing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're a singing group, the sitcom is. And I'm the only one who got to sing in the show. But it's called Gals, and we're waiting for a pickup notification, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. But,
It's
Val,
really spectacular.
Val and I've known each other for years, but we've never worked together.
Yeah, and
so
I'm sure-
You and I've never worked
and we've
together.
never worked
Until
together,
this.
and we've never worked with you. But she has.
I have.
And I'm going to keep
Lucky
trying.
me. Lucky me.
What happened?
Yeah, we're actually
some
tying up
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth and not letting her
That's
out
right.
until she's on the contract.
Tie her up.
Yes, I promise I will write a script with your name attached to it.
Jesus, really. Put it in blood.
Well,
Only I don't want to play a black woman. Please
Well,
don't make me play a black
I think just to remind our
He's not angry.
But- and-
yeah, right.
Angry.
Yeah, don't write angry. Just to remind our audience, Elizabeth, what is coming up next for you?
Lifetime's Abducted.
Right.
I'm writing a script about the wives of NBA players.
the mother of one.
I can play. Me. No. Look how tall I am. I'm really tall.
You really are. You know what? Come to think of it, Anne-Marie does really get this one done.
We're calling it Basketball Lives.
Oh.
I'm working with my producers on that, with Tracy Edmonds.
Edmonds. Oh, great.
Brendan Palmer and Shawnee O'Neill.
Love them all.
Wow. Excellent.
Do you want that for? Is that for television or for
No,
feature?
it's with Fox. We're at Searchlight.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at Searchlight.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're at Searchlight,
Perfect.
and we're just exploring other things.
And October
fence, by the
6th,
way.
Lifetime.
October 6th, Abducted,
Abducted,
based
Lifetime.
on a true story about a kidnapping that took place in 1987.
Right.
Ingenue Ellis and Sherry Shepard and Kiki Palmer.
And I think Whoopi Goldberg gave you a shout out on The View.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and Val, what's coming up for you?
Tonight.
Tonight is my show. Ticket left. I don't know if you're in the
And it's at 7:00. What time is the show?
7 p.m.
You got to get over there.
I know. It's going to be. I have to be with you girls first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I know.
get me going.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be.
She's gonna be exhausted. She's gonna fall asleep during her
No,
first
I
act.
just got my mojo back.
22 seconds into it.
She's gonna
be
get-
like,
oh my God.
Why did I hang out with those bitches?
Got another 70 hours to sing.
I hate those women. Anyway, so yes, my show tonight, but on October 9th on TuneCore is my CD. It's coming out online.
Lullabies.
And Golden Boy. Let's not forget about
Golden
CBS.
Boy, that's
Golden
a
Boy.
mid-season replacement. And I got two other projects where I cannot speak on because the one I haven't signed a contract for, and the other one
Ooh,
is
there's still a shot for us, Anne Marie. Quick, I gotta get out of here.
Really? Tell us a little more about that.
I can't. But yeah, I just got a solid offer. So
Now, wait just a minute, though. If you get that, how can you do gals?
I don't. No, it's all recurring.
Oh, okay.
That's why she can't talk about
That's right.
it, Anne Marie.
It's all recurring.
And why didn't I audition for that show?
I don't know.
You know, I'm really not happy.
You need new people.
You know what?
You need new
I
people.
got new people.
You got new.
They're yours. No, no, I'm just kidding.
Honey, bring it. You need to be
I've
over
seen
with
some
me.
people.
Yeah, right. No, Sherry's still with these huge agencies. She gives
I'm
it.
not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Hello.
I just with William Morris for voiceovers.
Okay.
I can't say that?
No, it's all right. We won't go into it. We won't go into it.
No,
But
as a matter of fact, I'm looking. So if anybody knows,
if anyone knows,
See, y'all need to be see. Okay, I'm just gonna let y'all know this.
you don't need to be at a big house. You really don't.
No, y'all need to be with my people.
No, because then I don't like that. I don't
I know.
like that.
I mean, of course,
I'm totally going
you-
with her people. 'Cause
No.
if I'm with her people,
Oh,
then
then
when,
that's fine.
when she's busy, then they'll say she's busy, but let's go to her next.
Yeah,
people.
but then I
Sometimes, I mean,
I don't like that competition.
Yeah. But see,
Yeah, but then again, there's also a shot that maybe I can't be with her people because I'm not a triple threat. Sometimes the people, whoever the people may be, need you to sing.
Well,
dance,
you know what?
talk,
What are we worried about? We have a show.
We're going in for knee surgery.
We have a show. And we can
Daily
bring in
Schmooze.
fabulous guests like Elizabeth Hunter and Valerie Pettiford. You ladies have been phenomenal. We thank you
so much, Franco. Shout out to Franco.
Well, we're not
the
done yet. I
poetess.
think Franco's going to be playing us out in a little bit.
That's right.
But thank you, ladies. I hope you enjoyed it. It is getting
Let
a little
Valerie
hot
go.
in here.
She has a show
You gotta
to do.
go.
I got a show
Okay,
to do.
good.
Elizabeth's got some writing to do. She's something going on. She got
some drinking to do.
looking at my
I'm drinking
Cosmopolitan
after the show.
over there.
That's right.
And everybody, we'll be right back in just a minute. You're listening to the Daily Schmooze with Sherry Belafonte. Shelley, I had some of your watermelon. That would have been the first alcoholic drink I've ever had in my life.
Sitting downwind of me usually is enough.
I'm getting a contact
I'll be
high.
right back.
You know, we're back. Daily
are
Schmooze. We have to apologize to our audience. There was so much gabbing and laughing and cavell, all that stuff that it was probably sounded like audio hell. But that's what happens when you get four very excitable people together, happy to see each other and a lot to say. So we will be very mindful of that the next time around.
Shows.
Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
So,
and hopefully they'll see that we were having a good time and they'll be able to lip read.
Right.
They wanted to know what Valerie was saying. They'll be able to say, "Oh, that's what she was saying."
If anything else, we looked fantastic. So really, who cares?
Yeah.
I want to
boils
remind
down to
people that this is the Daily Schmooze. Right. We are broadcasting from the fabulous Roscoe Media Center. You can find us on rmconair.com.
That's right.
Sherry.
Anne-Marie.
Sometimes people like sending us emails.
Oh, yeah. We have gotten some letters and tweets and phone calls in the past, but I have a sneaking suspicion you're going to read.
Well, I am going to share something because
All right.
I think you'd be able to provide the most appropriate advice.
I can just imagine what this is going to be. Okay.
Where's that martini of yours?
I know. Well, it's
okay.
gone now.
Well, here we go.
Oh, so maybe I can answer this question.
Yeah, you'll be able to answer.
Okay, fine.
Dear Sherry and Anne-Marie, I've been married for 5 years and with my wife for 3 years before that.
Okay, so
So that's
8 years.
right. Very good. You're good at math.
My fingers
You're not that drunk. I love my wife, but sometimes things get a little hectic here with kids and financial pressures.
Oh, they have kids.
Okay. I met this woman online.
Oh God, I see where this is going. Right?
And we've been texting. Actually,
sexting. There you go.
My wife found out and wants to separate. I don't believe I was even cheating. I never even met the woman in person. I don't want to lose my family. Please help, John in L.A.
John.
Yes.
This actually it depends on the couple.
Okay.
I personally, he doesn't know who this woman is, right?
I'm assuming if we're going to take him for his word.
For his word.
Yeah.
Already the fact that he felt compelled to have to do something like that.
Yeah, I know.
Only 8 years into it.
Right, that's a very, you and I.
Sure. Sam and I have been married 23 years.
Right, and Marty and I have been together for 26 years.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure they're texting and sexting and all, but it's like after 22 years.
Marty and Sam?
No, I'm getting.
I wouldn't cut their fingers off. I'd cut everything off.
No, I think sexting is.
Yeah.
If it's not with your significant other,
right?
Sexting is supposed to be when I'm on location or Sam's on location or
right.
you and Marty are away.
Right.
You're supposed to be sexting each other, not somebody else.
Have you ever sent a?
I've never.
Neither.
No.
I mean, come on, out in the ether.
No.
I wouldn't even trust it.
No, to me, it's all about the phone. I want to hear the voice.
Yeah.
I want to hear the voice.
Phone sex is great.
Phone sex is good.
Yeah.
But.
Right. No.
And
now that you have
I don't even know how to answer that. I think is that something you really want to answer?
I can provide this person with an answer.
You go with that.
John in L.A., get your shit together, brother, and stop sexting or texting. Go to therapy. You've only been together for 8 years. Work it out. And for your wife, you should just need to be honest. Let her know, and you can work it out, and everything will be fine.
She found out.
Well, then you got to work it out.
Yeah. See,
you got to stop.
See, to me, if there's anything like that. Like, if your significant other wants to start watching porn movies, to me, it's one of those things that you want to embrace the significant other.
Yeah, I think
it's likes to watch them once. It's like, come here, you got to see this.
But he's not hiding it from you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's a participatory.
I always feel that you should be best friends with the person that you're with first and foremost. All that love stuff and all the passionate stuff. I mean, it can stay there, it can drift away. But if you guys are best friends, that will take you through till the very bitter end.
I agree.
And, when there are, because I'm sure with kids, we don't have kids, so it's kind of hard to address that.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know that for her, maybe she gained a bunch of weight.
Or he gained a bunch of weight.
Or he did.
Right.
But I'm saying, I'm just going, I'm being the devil's advocate for him right now.
Right.
Maybe she gained a bunch of weight. Maybe because she's tired, she doesn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. Maybe she keeps saying no. Mm-hmm. And then you sort of want to say to her, well, then you need to go into therapy with him and work this out together.
I agree. I think that's solid. And so, John, if you're still listening,
and then just next time, don't have babies.
Yeah. There you go. That sounds like the Romney plan.
Get a dog.
If you're still listening, go get some therapy. Stop. Talk about it together. Work it out together. Like
Definitely
Sherry and I work things out together. Like the show. It's another fast hour. It goes by so quickly.
I know but it's always fun because we've had the best guests.
I know. We're very, very lucky. But not only that. We have a phenomenal group of people helping us.
do have a
We've
team.
got Raji, we've got Richard, we've got Franco,
POTUS.
we've got Chelsea, we've got the POTUS, who I like to say Miss Felicia, and we've got your fabulous husband, Sam.
Sam, he's a rock star.
So we have a really great group working with us to help us make this hour go as smoothly as it possibly can.
And I think it's doing pretty well.
And I think we're okay. We look forward to hearing from you. So email
Keep
us.
those letters in. We promise we won't be that harsh to everybody.
Well, I'm not promising.
All right, that's true.
You may be promising.
That's true. Anne-Marie may be a little harsh.
Maybe a little harsh.
Just pray that you ask me the question.
But communicate with us. Find us on the RMC website. Send us, text us, however you want to communicate with us. We want to hear from you. Because
sexting, please.
No sex. Well,
Unless it's Marty or Sam.
Right, exactly. But we want to hear from you, and we enjoy sharing our hour with you, and we will share our hour next week.
Absolutely.
And upcoming guests we've got Reno Wilson coming up from a very funny show, Mike and Molly. We've got Michael Dorn from Star.
I was
Star
such a
Trek.
Star Trek fan.
Well, then you'll enjoy
I
Michael
know.
Dorn.
I can't wait.
And we've got Kiki Melendez coming up soon.
She's funny.
All right,
Have you
everybody.
seen her?
I've not seen her. I
Funny as
can't
shit.
wait to meet her.
She'll be here.
Thank you, everybody. Be safe. Have a great week. Sherry?
Anne-Marie,
All right.
another one.
See you soon.
Daily Schmooze.
All right.
signing
Thank
off.
you, Franco.